When Anastasia Steele opened her eyes that morning, the sight beside her in the lavish king-sized bed of the Manhattan penthouse suite sent a jolt through her body. There, lying next to her, was none other than her boss, the billionaire CEO Damien Sterling. The situation was impossible to describe. Pure shock mixed with disbelief. This had to be a dream, or worse, a nightmare. Trembling, she reached out and pinched her arm hard, but the pain shot through Damien's skin instead. A low, husky voice broke the silence. "That hurt, baby girl." Startled, Anastasia bolted upright and instinctively kicked him off the bed. He landed on the plush carpet with a muffled grunt, then looked up at her with those piercing eyes. "Awake now?" She stared at him in wide-eyed horror. Last night had been a blackout from too much drinking. Her confidence evaporated instantly. Damien smirked, rising gracefully from the floor. He pulled his phone from the pile of discarded clothes on the bed, unlocked it, and tossed it to her. "I have proof if you need it." With shaking hands, Anastasia watched the hotel surveillance video. There she was, boldly pinning Damien against the wall in the hallway, whispering something provocative before wrapping her arms around his neck and kissing him passionately. Flashes of the night returned. Her actions had been even wilder than the footage showed. "You did this to me," Damien said, towering over her with a half-smile. "If Chloe finds out..." Anastasia's heart dropped. Chloe Knight was her best friend, and Damien was Chloe's uncle. If Chloe misunderstood and thought Anastasia was trying to become her aunt, it would destroy everything. "This is all a misunderstanding. We can pretend it never happened, okay?" She reached for his arm pleadingly. His eyes darkened as he glanced down. "Get dressed. You look improper like this." Glancing down in panic, Anastasia realized the blanket had slipped, nearly exposing her. She quickly wrapped it tighter around herself like a cocoon, wishing the floor would swallow her whole. "Please don't tell Chloe," she begged, her voice cracking. Damien chuckled. "So scared of her finding out? If she thinks you're aiming to be her aunt, she'd lose it." Anastasia shivered at the thought of Chloe's fiery temper. "You want to be Chloe's aunt?" He drew out the words teasingly, eyeing her intently. "No, I mean hypothetically." She trailed off awkwardly. "You absolutely cannot tell her. Please." "Fine," he relented, almost reluctantly. Relief flooded her. But then he pointed to the marks on his neck, leaning close to her ear. "Do you remember what you said last night?" Staring at the vivid bruises, Anastasia flushed. His warm breath on her ear made her cheeks burn. "Mr. Sterling, I was drunk, acting crazy. Don't hold it against me. So you do remember." His voice deepened. "If not, I might have to discuss it with Chloe." "I remember, okay." The embarrassing scenes replayed in her mind. Borrowing alcohol to drown sorrows had led to social suicide. She vowed never to drink again. Damien narrowed his eyes, watching her like a predator. Embarrassed beyond words, Anastasia shoved him away, grabbed her clothes, and fled to the bathroom. After a hurried shower, she fumbled with her outfit, realizing in despair that she hadn't brought her underwear inside. Then her phone rang, a video call from Chloe. Guiltily, she hung up. Soon, a furious voice message roared through Anastasia Steele. "Where the hell are you? Staying out all night and hanging up on me? You want to die? Call me back now." Anastasia's heart pounded. Chloe had always acted like the big sister, 2 years older, protective yet bossy. Calming herself, Anastasia dressed haphazardly and stepped out. Damien was lounging on the bed now, shirtless, his toned abs on full display, a commanding presence. She averted her eyes quickly. "Not all my fault last night," she muttered, nudging his arm. He opened his eyes, assessing her. "So, help me explain to Chloe why I didn't come home. She won't buy my excuses." He smirked wickedly. "Explain how you ended up in my bed," aggressively. Annoyed, she cut in. "Even drunk, I was wrong, but you're a grown man. Couldn't you push me away?" Tension made her stumble over words. "Were you plotting against me, taking advantage while I was drunk?" He sighed, rubbing his temple, and headed to the bathroom. "Clean up. I'll shower." "No." She blocked him, standing on tiptoes, staring defiantly. "You have to explain to Chloe, or I'll..." "Or you'll what?" He smiled darkly. Frustrated, she punched his chest lightly. Suddenly, he grabbed her wrists, his massive frame pinning her against the wall. She struggled, chin bumping his shoulder, tears welling from the sting. "So fragile," he murmured, concern flashing as he cupped her face. "Don't cry. I'll call Chloe." When Anastasia Steele opened her eyes that morning, the sight beside her in the lavish king-sized bed of the Manhattan penthouse suite sent a jolt through her body. Too late for that, she glared, pushing him away and storming out. A knock at the door halted her. Panic surged. Was Chloe here? Damien, now in a robe, pulled her protectively behind him and opened the door. No roar from Chloe, just room service delivering clothes. He handed the bag to Anastasia. "This is indecent." She fumed. He wasn't much better dressed, grabbed the bag, and changed in the adjacent room. Emerging calmer, she overheard Damien on the phone assuring Chloe everything was fine. He nodded at her question, his gaze lingering appreciatively. This wasn't the cold, ruthless billionaire CEO she knew. The one who'd exploited her as his intern secretary on Chloe's recommendation. "Your uncle is handsome and gentle," Chloe had lied. A month in, endless overtime had drained her. Back at the office in his sleek New York skyscraper, reports piled up. Damien's sharp features tensed as he tossed another folder. "Verify this today." His commanding aura intimidated her, like a dark romance novel's obsessive alpha male. But she was no pampered heroine, just an overworked employee. Daydreaming again, she snapped back when he eyed her. "Work." The complex reports overwhelmed her newbie skills. Despair hit. She wanted to quit, complained to Chloe. But Chloe messaged first busy at lunch. Anastasia vented about overtime exhaustion. Chloe sympathized busy period, bad timing. They met for lunch anyway. Chloe was already eating. Anastasia devoured her food hungrily. "You don't know what I've been through," Anastasia said. "Headache this morning, and your uncle is a slave driver." Chloe mentioned Damien, saying she'd stayed at a hotel after drinking. Anastasia tensed, but Chloe dropped it, looking hesitant. "If I deceived you, would you forgive me?" Anastasia echoed the question. Awkward silence followed. Neither confessed. Damien called her back to work. "Chloe packed food for him. Take this to my uncle." In his opulent office overlooking the city, Anastasia caught him loosening his tie, neck marks visible. Flustered, she blurted, "Mr. Sterling, you eat me. Did you eat?" His strange smile unnerved her. "I don't like employees fooling around at work. Be professional." The reports weren't done. He grew cold. "Get back to work." Fuming, she slammed the food down and continued. Days passed awkwardly. Chloe's impending confession lingered, but overtime crushed curiosity. Living alone while Chloe traveled felt lonely. One late night at 11:30 p.m., exhausted, Anastasia muttered about capitalist exploitation. Damien appeared behind her. "Done." Startled, she stood. He cornered her. "Muttering about me?" Her mind blanked. "Not intentionally." "Still time to curse me?" He sat at her desk. "Finish, then leave." "Only 2/3 done, likely till dawn." Anger surged. She slammed the folder. He took most pages. "I'll handle these. You finish the rest." Grateful despite annoyance, she worked in silence. Finished at last, she grabbed her bag to leave. He blocked her. "Hungry? I'll take you for late-night food." Her stomach growled traitorously. She followed him to his Maybach. In the car, she craved street food. He drove silently. "I thought I heard you say you want to eat me." Hallucinations, surely. But his fingers traced his neck suggestively. Flustered memories returned, her drunken confessions recorded. He played the audio, her praising his looks, climbing him. Mortified, she demanded why he hadn't shown her sooner. "To spare your embarrassment." Now he teased relentlessly. At the late-night street market, she devoured stinky tofu to provoke him. He disliked the smell but watched possessively. "She's mine. No one else gets to see her like this. Wild, carefree, mine to ruin." Back in the car, complaints turned to gratitude when he explained the busy period and promised high pay. 10,000 this month. Elated, overtime seemed bearable. He drove her to his penthouse overlooking Central Park. "Chloe's away." "Stay here. convenient for work. Panic rose. Was this forced proximity? He pinned her in the car, breath hot. Not so bold when sober, huh? Heart racing, she closed her eyes as his lips claimed hers fiercely. Fireworks exploded behind her eyelids. Pushing him away, tears of confusion fell. Chloe would kill her. I won't tell her. He licked his lips. Brush your teeth. That taste. Back inside the sprawling penthouse with floor-to-ceiling windows, marble floors, and Cartier accessories scattered, he stripped casually, revealing sculpted muscle. Pinned against the wall again, his neck marks taunted. A week later, still visible. Hot weather. I can't unbutton outside. Compensation? His voice low, dangerous. They'd even last night, or had they? He released her suddenly. Guest room. Sleep. Relief mixed with odd disappointment. Next day, late but unpunished. Work professional, yet private glances heated. His subtle teases, loosened ties, lingering touches drove her mad. Salary day over 10 grand. Shopping plans with returning Chloe. But Damien intercepted, driving to Chloe's. Dinner revealed Chloe's plot, pairing them, even deceiving to test jealousy. Misunderstandings exploded. A woman claiming to be Damien's girlfriend was his twin sister testing Anastasia's feelings. His white moonlight? Her. Confession he'd wanted her long, fearing rejection. Overwhelmed, but his possessive hold felt right. That night, in his penthouse red room with silk ties and belts hinting punishment, passion ignited. He tore fabrics slowly, dominant yet reverent, pinning her in the shower, steam rising as water cascaded over them. Walls echoed her gasps. His belt whispered threats turned pleasure. You're mine, little wife. Every moan, every tremble, mine alone. Jealousy flared at imagined rivals. Touch her and die. Luxury enveloped private jets to Italian villas, yachts on the Mediterranean, Van Cleef jewels adorning her. Age gap fueled grumpy possessiveness against her sunshine spirit. Enemies to lovers complete in forced marriage of convenience, now real. Pregnant with his heir, revenge on past hurts forgotten in obsessive love. She's mine. Every breath she takes belongs to me. Good girl, carrying my child bound forever. High sweetness and pampering, high angst and jealousy storms, high heat and hinted dominance. Submissive surrender in his arms, punished with exquisite pleasure, car rides turning heated, bath silks binding. Their dark romance, billionaire CEO mafia undertones, possessive husband claiming his sunshine bride. Life ahead promised intensity, luxury, obsession, eternal claim. Baby girl, you're mine to ruin, mine to protect. Forever.